I'm Saitech and welcome back to my channel Saitech. In today's video, I'll try to compare the game display enhancement for the IQ7 versus the game visual enhancement from the Mi11X device. So both phones, they do have the different kind of enhancement options while playing games. So in this video, I'll try to just compare this IQ7 versus the Mi11X device, how the both phones with a different UI got completely optimized in their own level. That is what I'm going to compare. So in the IQ7, you'll find this kind of option, friends, which is a game display enhancement. As you can see, the slightly colors will be increased whenever you enable this kind of option. So in this kind of demonstration, I'll try to use a PUBG gameplay, and even the same thing goes to the Mi11X as well. So in the Mi11X, you do get this kind of option where you can actually enhance the visual colors, as you can see. So you do have plenty of options here. So starting with the normal and moderate, strong and extreme. So you do have this kind of three options where you can actually select from. And in this video, I'll try to select this kind of options, and I'll try to show you what is the difference. Will it make any kind of difference while playing games, or should you really use, or should you care? That is what I'm going to talk in this entire video. Since these both phones are priced at kind of close to similar kind of range, that is the reason I have selected this both phones, particularly Mi11X and the IQ7 device. But let's get started, friends, by opening the game. So let me try to quickly open the PUBG game right now in both phones. Let's see what are the options you can actually get while playing the PUBG game. That is what I'm going to explore in this video. So let's see whether using this kind of option, will it make any kind of difference or not. So in the IQ7 device, you do get this kind of option, as I said, which is a game display enhancement. If you want, you can enable, or otherwise you can disable that, as you can see. So little bit of information will be slightly highlighted if you enable and disable. That is what is happening. But let me try to show you in the Mi11X device how you can actually do that fast. So just by going to the toolbar, and here you do get the option which is called this one, bright and saturation. As you can see, none. So before it will be none, and later you need to tap on that one, bright and saturated. You do get three different modes, as you can clearly see, friends. Let me try to change again. So not the voice changer. Let me try to do this kind of, this is normal, slightly saturated, and bright and saturated. As you can see the difference, how it improved. So now let me try to use a bright and saturated, and I'll try to start playing the game, and I'll try to show you quick details about the graphics and how it looks between both phones, which looks kind of really brighter. That is what I'm going to concentrate in this video. So make sure to watch this video, friends, in case if you want to install the Battlegrounds mobile game in the Android device. So even I'll try to install Battlegrounds mobile in this both phones, and I'll try to do the gameplay as well. So very soon, so stay tuned for those videos. I'm really interested to see whether the both phones actually supports any kind of 90 FPS or not. That is what I'll try to concentrate on most of the time. So I did come to this part of the green side. Let me see what is happening. So right now in this location, I did turn on the game display enhancement. As you can see, slightly improved graphs. And let me try to show you these settings. This with a normal, without any setting, and with saturated, with bright and saturated. As you can see, friends, you do get different options, which is quite interesting in this Mi11X device. That is what slightly advantage in terms of the enhancement of the display. That is what I did like in the Mi11X device. So you can have so much of customization. You can actually do it in this phone, in the Mi11X device. I'm not sure how many people will be using this kind of feature, but definitely this really helps the gameplay experience while you're trying to play. As you can see, friends. And in the in the IQ7 device, let me do it again. So you can observe the bottom ground as well, how it is in the bottom one. Let me try to quickly drop and compare the graphics side by side. So now you'll be able to see the difference, how it is, which phone has got what kind of, how much kind of details, and the screen looks slightly bright. Let me try to slightly increase the brightness and see. Will it make any kind of difference or not? Let me try to keep it full. I'm trying to keep it full brightness. So maximum brightness I'm trying to keep in both phones. So now you'll be able to see. So what happens? Let me try to slightly come back to normal. And this is saturated mode, bright mode, bright and saturated. So slightly you did see the increase in terms of the brightness, little bit, but not much. Let me do the same thing in the IQ7 device. As you can see, friends, the parachute color got slightly changed If you observe, as you can see, so it's becoming kind of a slightly close to HDR kind of contents. I can definitely say that is what is happening, but in the MI Linux device it's much more advanced than that. You are getting the more brightness, more saturation. That is one thing which I did observe right now. I'm just trying to stand near the grass to show you exactly what is happening between both phones. So in case if you haven't used, make sure to use this option, friends. Definitely you will love it. And I'll try to do the voice changer feature comparison between the MI 11X versus this phone as well, as soon as I get the update. So in the latest software update, you do get this kind of voice changer benefits in the IQ7 device. Bright and bright and saturated. As you can see difference, how much screen looks kind of really more kind of animated type of colors. That is what you are getting if you observe the trees over this area, particular area. You can observe the trees and skies. You can see the trees and everything, all the details, how it looks in both phones. The sky details as well, as you can see, friends, slightly over saturated in this MI Linux device. In case if you want, you can decrease as well, keep it as a medium if you want. So this is a quick comparison, friends, between both phones in terms of the visual enhancement features versus the game display enhancement features between both phones, and both are doing kind of great, but slightly advantage in terms of the MI Linux device because the brightness is also slightly increasing. So not only the enhancement but also the brightness is also increasing. As you can see, the decrease in the brightness drastically, slightly increasing saturated and more bright and saturated, as you can clearly see, friends. So thank you for watching this video, friends, and don't forget to check the links in the description for more details, and see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.